These are my 5 favorite stretches for increasing mobility in your hips. As you know, in a golf swing, hip rotation is really important to creating a great backswing and also opening up in the downswing. If you struggle with hip mobility, give these a try. You'll love them, they're fantastic. The first one we're going to start off with is hip extension. So we're trying to stretch our hip flexor muscles here. These typically get tight when we're sitting for long periods throughout the day, if we're traveling, and also in a golf swing, right? We're in this flex position. So it's very common for these hip flexors to get a little bit tight, potentially sore, and also weak. So in this position, we're going to just lunge. I'm lunging towards you on the camera here. I'm trying to make sure that my spine is neutral as well. So from side on, we're staying in this neutral position. We're not arching because that's going to lose the stretch. The hip flexor goes between here and here. Pardon my balance. Between here and here. So if I arch my back, I'm actually losing that tension of the stretch. If I keep my core braced and lean forward, those 2 points are lengthening out. So again, we're going to just gently lean forward, keeping the core braced. And from here, if you aren't feeling a stretch, I like to add in also a side bend, which is going to help stretch the QL. We're going to stretch the obliques. And you can also add some deep breaths into this to exaggerate the stretch. That's stretch number 1. Number 2 we're looking at here is going to be hip abduction. So the groin muscles are working a lot in the golf swing. Our hip is internally rotating, so the deep muscles in our groin can potentially get quite tight. So this one here, my right leg is down. We're going to have the leg out to the side here. And with all these stretches, I'd like to do them 60 seconds on both sides. So I've got this leg out to the side here. And from here, I'm going to rotate slowly towards the ceiling here. So picking up my toes and pushing back down. I'm trying to control this gradually and really taking my time with it. You'll feel this in the inside of your leg. You might feel a little pinch on the outside here as well if you're restricted. So we're going to do that again, 60 seconds in total. From there, we're going to do a glute stretch. So this is called a figure 4. So lying on the back, I'm going to have my left leg sitting over the top, and I'm trying to actively push down the glute by pushing my knee down. So this is activating my gluteal muscles at the same time as stretching them. If you find this too easy and it's not stretching enough, you can add in some rotation. I'm trying to keep my chest tall and my shoulder blades locked into the ground as I'm adding in this rotation here. So I'm stretching this glute, my outer quad, and a little bit in my lower back there as well. So that's a great little progression that you can add in. Next, we're going to do hip openers. So in this position, we're going to slowly roll side to side, trying to keep my tailbone flat in the ground there and purely trying to rotate from the hips. We don't want to be moving left and right like that, otherwise we're going to lose tension of that stretch. So again, nice and slowly, just gradually trying to progress. It's a great dynamic stretch. Again, 90 seconds doing this. The last stretch and my favorite stretch for golf is the 90-90 hip stretch. So in this position, we're going to have 90 degrees and 90 degrees. We're going to lean forward onto the mat here and hold this for 30 seconds. Then we're pushing back and holding this for 30 seconds. In this position, we should feel it stretch through our hip flexor, our TFL muscle, and maybe some of our quad. You may feel it on the glute as well. Whereas when we're on this side, we're going to feel it on our glute mainly. Also keep note to keep your posture up tall. I don't want to see you rounding forward because you're going to lose a stretch, and it's just going to put your neck into a vulnerable position as well. So make sure posture is good at all times. If you find this is too easy, you can add in some leg lift. So you can see how my foot's raising up off the mat there gently. Or when I'm stretching this hip, again, I can try and lift up the back leg. So that's going into hip internal rotation. So with these stretches, we've got 5 there. Make sure to give them all a go. You're going to really enjoy them. Do them before you practice or play, and your hips will thank you. Make sure if you're enjoying the exercises, check out my website, www.golfphysiotherapyaustralia.com. There's a free mobility guide there for you as well. So you'll get access to my custom fitness app with plenty of golf exercises there. You get 2 weeks of free access, 10 days of mobility there. You'll love it.